Hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? I hope that you all are doing amazingly well, and I know you all are because you're here today to listen to these amazing, wonderful, and impactful stories. I'll keep mine brief and straight to the point. My name is Tijani Musa, a native of West Africa, Sierra Leone. Many people know Sierra Leone not because it is on a map, but because of the Civil War and because of the Blood Diamond movie. Even some of my friends associate Sierra Leone with this movie. And most recently, people know Sierra Leone because of the Ebola. Anyway, Sierra Leone is a beautiful mountainous country on the west coast of Africa. And if you get a chance one day, please pay a visit. Now, let me stay on course. During the Civil War in Sierra Leone, there were many terrifying and bloody events that happened. At this time, my older brother was studying abroad. He has seen this event, he knew the history and dangers of war, and he thought that it would be a great idea for him to file for refuge for us to come to the US. At the time, he was in London. He then moved to the US a few months later with his wife. He continued to pursue the idea. In 2004, he was able to get a hold of us and told us to go to Guinea, a neighboring country of Sierra Leone, to do interviews. There in Guinea, we did all the interviews, and we were blessed to come to the US in September 2005. I came to the United States with 3 of my 7 siblings and my mom. We reunited with our oldest brother, who I have not seen since I was a baby. I've only seen maybe through pictures or spoken to by phone. When we came to the United States, I was so confident that life would be great. In fact, my image of the US was so superficial that I thought I was going to be rich the moment I arrived. I thought that money grew on trees. You know where I got all these ideologies from? People from Sierra Leone that lived in the United States at the time. Seasonally, mostly on holidays like Christmas, most of them will travel back home to Sierra Leone. They will bring with them expensive materialistic things like cars, jewelries, and clothes, you name it. With no stories behind these things, we assumed that life in the US was easy and that people can easily just make it. And some of the stories are told by these people as well. So they have us thinking that all the things that they have are easily achievable. When I got here, all I ever thought as a little boy was the exact opposite. The things that they take with them are mostly loans from banks or car dealerships. But they never tell these stories because it will bring down their ego. So my first months in the US was a reality check for me, just taking in all that the country has to offer, from food to weather to the culture to the languages and everything else. Weeks later, I was enrolled in middle school, Glasgow Middle School in Falls Church. Life began to settle in, and I slowly started to integrate into the culture. I started to make friends adjusting to the reality of the United States. This is where the light switch went off. And this has changed my life entirely. I was fortunate to have met a middle school teacher and a counselor who nominated me for the early identification program. I did not ask many questions. Back then I was shy, believe it or not. As soon as I was told about the program and how it would provide me with resources to pursue higher education, I was all in. Please sign me up, I told them. I probably did not say please. Maybe I said something else, but it worked. I received a letter a few weeks or so later to attend an informational session. I did that, received the application, applied, and got in eventually. Ever since then, my life has changed. Now let's backtrack a little bit. A lost boy from the suburb of West Africa, Sierra Leone, met a teacher and a counselor who nominated him for the program that he knew nothing about, got accepted, and now he is a college senior. Wow, isn't that impressive? Yes, I know it is. Okay, since I told you I didn't want to talk about my entire life story here, I'll highlight some important points. I was able to make it this far not because I was the smartest or because I received the highest GPA in high school. I made it this far because of my family, friends, opportunities, and most importantly, blessing. Let me explain. When I first got to the United States, I was struggling so hard to everything. I was struggling to adjust to literally everything. You name it. Because of my friends, I was able to quickly learn how to speak the language, know what is sarcasm, what is JK from the truth, and what people really think or feel about certain things. And then comes opportunities. What separated me from my best friend, whom I think, by the way, is smarter than me, is simply a paper. A paper that shows that I am documented and he's not. Because of this paper, I was able to come to such a prestigious university and with the potential to finish my undergraduate in less than 2 semesters, while he could barely afford to go to Northern Virginia Community College because of high charges and regulations. During my time here at Mason, I've been able to notice such disparities in how society functions. As a result, I've become more and more appreciative of what I've been able to accomplish, not only for me, but for my high school friends who had similar dreams and aspirations but do not have the support. Like everything else, I know things are gradually changing, and I hope that things continue to change so that all people that are in tougher situations can get a chance at opportunities. Finally, I know you're waiting for this. I want to thank my brother who brought me to this country to one day experience what people call the American dream. One thing that is true for sure for me is that if I continue to work hard, it will one day pay off. This is not true for my high school friends. Or this is, at least I know this is not the same. I know some of them worked harder than I did, but got no rewards because of the paper I mentioned above. I would like to thank the Early Identification Program for all the opportunities that it has provided me over the years. And because of the EIP, I met my beautiful girlfriend, Yasmin. And I also want to thank the Office of Diversity, Inclusion, Multicultural Education, ODIME, for admitting me into the Student Transition Empowerment Program, which made my transition to Mason a success. And because of it, I wasn't a lost freshman. I also want to thank my middle school counselor and teacher for recommending me for the program. A huge thank you for my friends who have made my experiences of the United States a reality compared to my initial imaginations. Over the years, I've learned that being a minority is not a disadvantage after all. For me, it is my greatest weapon. Because of it, I've been able to visit places that I would not have been able to, like my trip to Japan and now in South Korea. Here in Mason, Korea, I'm working with students to help them create a memorable collegiate experience. So if I was to give you one advice, please take advantage of all resources provided to you by the university or at work. Use your minority status as your greatest asset, as it will open many doors for you because of the wide range of experiences, such as obstacles you've been able to overcome or things that you've been able to do without support or little support. It may not be easy, but it is definitely possible. Oh, one more thing from the top. I know I didn't tell you about my other siblings. The rest of them are back home in Sierra Leone and they are in good condition. As for my father, he passed away before he had the opportunity to come to the United States. I want to take this time to thank you all for listening to my speech. Thank you for Anna for reaching out to me. Thank you for the committee to playing my speech over there so you all can listen to it. You're all appreciated and I'll see you all soon. Thank you so much.